So this is Mr. M.G., my little sweet Mr. M.G. Actually, he's tall. That's one of the things I wanted, somebody tall. And he's taller than me, but I have long legs and a long torso. So we're just going to talk to people about how we connected via internet dating. And we both had been dating before, several people. So we had narrowed down what we wanted. We had decided we weren't going to settle. We were going to find people we actually could connect with. And my goal was somebody that accepted me 100%, that didn't care that I wear wigs. This is my real hair. That didn't care. This is
my real hair.
That didn't care about kind of just the superficial physical stuff. And I was holding out for that because I'd been with a few guys and, just felt like that was all they wanted, was just to get connected and jump into bed. And I just felt like they were winnowing people for a whole other reason. I was trying to have some sort of relationship. So as you know, I'm 69. Mr. M.G. is 70, which is a perfect age for us. And I had a long list.
Older than rocks.
Older than rocks. I had a long list of what I wanted. And he hits all the buttons. So it was so refreshing because I was expecting the same normal, let's go to bed, let's get that over, let's check it out, let's see how that works. And I decided that I was okay with that. I was working with that. And I said, fine, I'll just make that part of my life at my age. Who cares? And then I met Mr. M.G.
What a blessing. Online dating is strange, unusual, interesting as a learning curve, but it's fabulous because you get to weed out, filter out what you're looking for. And I think going slow has a lot of value for people who are thinking long term. If you're really trying to put together a relationship, trying to find out who the person is, you have to go through the politics, the religion, the whole health aspects. What are your goals? Are you looking in the same direction? That takes a little bit of time, and it's fine that it takes a little bit of time. You really get to know each other. And in our particular case, it's worked out extremely well in terms of we found that we have a lot in common. We have a lot of interests together. And so it's been a fabulous trip, and we're just having a great, great time. And I think that going slow has added an extraordinary amount of depth and titillation, actually, to the relationship. So it's fun.
And when he says that, it's kind of, at our age, it's like, well, how can you possibly be titillated? But you can. And you get to look forward to it instead of like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to be ready because he's going to want to go to bed after dinner or whatever. And we get to have quality time together. We get to really understand who each other is. We get to explore some of the beauty of life without that hanging over your head. And it's amazing. I mean, I haven't felt this way since I was a teenager. It's positively giddy making.
You have to kiss a lot of frogs. It's just a process, and then you find somebody that falls into a category where you like a lot of things that they're doing and what's going on. And I don't know, there's no magic to that, going slow or going fast, however it works for you. But finding that person who really cares, we've spent some serious time discussing about a lot of things. We're even discussing going into business together. And so the depth of this relationship has been extraordinary and a lot of fun.
And it's such a relief because speaking as a woman, an older woman, and the first time I got divorced, I'd been with the guy.
She doesn't look like an older woman, does she?
I love him. The first time I got divorced, I'd been with the guy since I was 19. I'd been with him 30 years. I didn't know what to do at 51. I didn't know what was expected. I didn't know how to act. It was scary. And I just threw caution to the winds and got involved and, had a few affairs and some pretty tough situations, got scammed by a former fiance, and then ended up marrying again, married for 14 years, and it didn't work out. And I thought, man, I'm done for. I am 68. Who is going to want me? And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, oh, well, I'll just jump back in there and see what happens. And I jumped back in, kissed a few frogs, took a few to bed, and came out of that and said, I got to change how I'm doing this, because I can manifest, I can attract, I can engage, I can sort and screen, but I'm not going anywhere. It's pulling me down, and I'm tired of having to prove myself and, have the sexual situation. And when Mr. M.G. came along, I figured, okay, he's been widowed for 2 years. He's, knows who he is. He seems to be smart, intelligent, cute, fun, good kisser, whatever. And then one day...
Good kissing is important.
Good kissing's really important. And one day, it was like the 4th day, he kind of read my mind, because I didn't know what was coming next. And I was like, okay, get ready for it. Here it goes. What are the others? They're going to have a sleepover. And anyway, he looks at me and goes, I want to go slow. And it was relief, because it was at the end of one of the dates. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good to me. So we kissed goodnight, and I went home. And I woke up the next day and I went, what the heck does go slow mean when I'm 69 and he's 70?
Now, wait a minute. It was kind of a funny thing. Yeah, we agreed on go slow. I was thinking maybe 30 days. She's thinking 90, and I'm going, I'm not sure about that. We're a little over 40, getting on 45 now. I don't know if we're going to make it to 90.
Yeah, I'm starting to think about renegotiating, because I called him the next day. I'm like, okay, I need to ask you something. What does going slow mean? And he said, well, that we just don't go all the way for a while. We get to know each other. I said, well, how long is a while? He goes, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I thought about it, and all my relationships blew up between 9 weeks and 12 weeks. 12 weeks is 90 days. So I want to see if you and I can get to the blow up point, or the parting point, because they didn't blow up. We just parted. And I want to give it 90 days. He didn't even bat an eye. He's on the phone. He goes, oh, okay. But I didn't know he was thinking 30 days.
Well, here's what it's all about for me. You read the profiles, and in her profile, particularly, extremely important, she was looking for somebody who accepts her the way she is. That's a very interesting thing to do. Not throwing off onto the woman what you want them to be, but seeing who's really there. Who is this person? This lively character, this extraordinary energy. I was intrigued largely by her energy, but in her beauty and her energy, just all that stuff. But now we've gotten deeper and deeper and deeper into interests that we have become very close, become quite good friends.
We've become really good friends, and I wanted 100% acceptance, and I wanted someone who wanted to know all of me, not the physical, not the cute, but all of me, how I think, how I feel, what I want to do with my life, places I want to go, everything. And when you're on a dating site, it gets superficial, because you do a lot of, what are your favorite colors? What is your favorite place that you've ever traveled? What are your favorite books? What are your favorite, la, 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 la.
What's your astrological sign?
Astrological sign, and if you don't know anything.
What do you drive?
Yeah, what do you drive? I get so tired of the guys. I would go on the date, and they're like, well, I own all these properties, and I have all these cars, and I have all these boats. And one guy asked me to get a boob job so I could be sitting on the prow of his boat in a bikini, and I'm looking at him like, what? He was way out there. That was the first time around. This time around, I didn't even look at people like that. I only looked at people that had a real profile, that had a real desire to know someone, and his profile was so perfect. I just could feel. And he had a cowboy hat on and his little goatee. He's growing his beard back for me because we're playing with things. And never mind what that means. And no, I'm not inviting another host. Go away. No. No.
Oh, okay.
Can't. Sorry, I can't do a second host because I pushed the wrong button. Poor lady. How impolite of me. But we have a specific process we want to share with you, and we know I can't have a host jump in and go, "Hi, everybody! I can talk about this." So I'm not used to this GoLive stuff on TikTok, but we're talking about, for those of you joining us, and thank you everyone for coming on. Thank you so much. It's really fun. It's his first time. Okay, dating site. I found most men talk mostly about themselves. Yeah, I had a guy that did that. He told me all about all the properties he owned, everything he's ever done in his life. He didn't ask me one question about me. Yeah. And, he thought he was going to take me out again. And I texted him, "Thanks a lot for lunch. We're not a match. Good luck out there." I didn't bother to tell him why we're not a match. You are frozen, and who is that? This is Mr. M.G. Decline. Why do all these people want to come in on my GoLive? How does that work anyway? You are frozen, and who's that? I don't know what that means, but cute. Favorite color? I like this. I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. I now met a fabulous guy. Fingers crossed. Yay! Let's hear what your gentleman MG has to say. Okay, Doc. Your turn.
You found somebody and you want to know what I have to think about it. I'm intrigued to find what you think about it. I think, again, there's 1,000 different ways to do this. There's no two people the same. You don't have to go slow. But I think slow has great depth, great richness to it in terms of what you can possibly do for a long-term relationship. It depends on what you're looking for and what you want.
Exactly. It depends on what you want. And so that was one of the first things I asked you guys to think about, which is, what are your goals? If your goals are do a hookup, go for it. But if your goals are a partner, a life partner, not necessarily to get married again, but a life partner that you can just share everything. Yep, slow and steady, we agreed to go. Because you want to know them. So it's so precious to me that instead of just getting physical, he wants to know me. He wants me to know him. And that's huge because, especially at our age, we are not just the physical act. So we have to. He wants to go slow, and now he doesn't want to go slow. But that's okay. We have a pact.
Well, describe slow,
Yeah, right. We already went through that. But it is personal, and it is based on what you want. Am I dating other men? No. We went exclusive during the Tony Robbins thing. It's like shook us up. It was an ultimate breakthrough. And we talked about, and we went exclusive. We pulled our profiles are down. We are not on other sites. We're not talking to anybody else. I told a couple guys I found someone I'm taking my time with, and good luck out there. And they were really nice about it. So,
I even like her dog.
And my dog likes him.
A very nice dog.
Yeah. And my dog doesn't hate his cat. I mean, this is like huge, people. So you choose what is right for you. I've gone both ways. I've gone fast. I've gone slow. I've gone the in-between. I mean, pick what's right for you, but make sure you and your partner at least have a communication. No, you cannot date me. Silly person. This is my exclusive boyfriend. I've even met his friends. He's met my daughter. I mean, this is huge. This is way more than I expected, but I hoped for. I did a lot of visualizing. I wrote the person I wanted to be with September 10, 2021. I found my notes, and he is it. And I met him December 18 online.
I have the funniest thing, visualizing. It's a huge thing. It's a different subject than the dating we're talking about, but it has to do with the dating. And last December 23rd, 22nd, in that area, I said to myself, I wanted a few things for all of 2022. That's what I want to do. Folks, I've already accomplished my goals for 2022. Visualizing that I wanted to be healthier, lose weight, start a business, and meet an extraordinary woman. Folks have already done it this year. And so now I'm having to revisualize and build up and go even higher, because that's what you do. But we're on a really nice path, and it's an extraordinary feeling. So you have to kiss a lot of frogs. You have to do a lot of work. You put up the proper profile. Make sure that you're responding and dealing with people properly, and then respond at your own rate. But if you want to consider a long-term relationship where you really care, you're sharing back and forth is important, you're really seriously visualizing the future, you might want to go slow and really try to figure out who the person is.
So there's a couple of questions here I'm going to respond to. What happens if you find you're not compatible physically? Remember I said kissing was the most important way for me to figure out if I was going to be compatible? We're compatible. There's multiple ways to have happiness. And what makes him hit? He hit literally everything. Terry, everything on my list from September. Tall, handsome, fun, amusing, smart, and generous, giving, romantic, loving, tender. He's all of it. I mean, it was amazing. I pulled the list and I was like, and he's musical. He plays the guitar and he sings and he writes songs. He's a photographer. He's artistic. I'm really into art. He does abstract photography, manipulation. It's just amazing. And we found out how much we were compatible, at least in terms of what we like to look at and how art makes us feel when we went to the museum on our first date. I think that's a great way to go. I think museums and art galleries are a great way to go. Also, I think beaches are a great way to go, but you got to be careful about where you are and how far away you're going from home, and staying in public. So I like being able to stay in public. And, and when after 2 or 3 dates, you're still superficial, you don't really know anything. And that's when guys want to, take it to the next level. And for him to say, like around the 4th date, because I couldn't even remember, let's go slow. I was like, holy cow, who is this? If he's willing to go slow and he's willing to do the 90-day go slow, which is what I came up with, this guy, I got to spend a lot more time with.
I'd like to share something with the men. This knocked it out of the park. This made it work extremely well. After the second date, I looked at her and I said, I want to know you a year from now. That puts a stamp on long term. That puts a stamp on your intention. It gives you a feel that there's long-term thinking going on in your head. And so that was interesting.
When he said that, and I made that TikTok, and I hadn't repeated it to anyone. And I was telling everybody, I met this guy. He's really cool. We've been talking on the phone now. He's in Alaska. We had the first date. He just asked me, why do I do this dating? What am I looking for? And I told him all the things I wanted: connection, acceptance, understanding, love, everything. He said, I want to know you a year from now. And I went, whoa, because that sets a different parameter on it. That says he's not even concerned about anything else except making sure we know each other a year from now. No guy I have ever dated ever said that to me before. And it just was like, holy crap, that's an amazing thing to say.
It's what happens when relationships fall apart so easily, and they fall apart for the stupidest, simplest reasons. And so the goal of long term makes you look at a person differently, makes you respond to any kind of stress or negative differently. And so that's just a perspective that I have.
And it took all of the stress out, because it said to me, well, if he wants to know me a year from now, then he wants to really know me. This isn't about taking me to bed and having that fun. This is about knowing me. And that was so difficult. So someone's asking how long you've been a widower.
2.5 years.
And when I wrote my visualization, after dating a whole bunch of divorced guys and also widowers, I decided I wanted a widower. I felt that they were more committed to understanding who a woman is and why, and what she does and why she does it and how she ticks. And I felt that divorced guys, like what I used to be as a divorced woman, were more blasé and more like, ugh, too bad about it. I'm just going to move on to the next one. And so he has taught me so much about how to slow down, about how to listen, about unconditional acceptance. It's just
and she's
amazing.
Teaching me yoga.
And I'm teaching him yoga. We did yoga this morning. Let's see. Any more questions? Oh, thank you. It says we look good together. Mwah. Yeah, and we're really happy together. The vibe is so comforting, comfortable, wonderful.
The people at the yacht club are laughing at us for being so frisky.
We sit in the yacht club and we hold hands and kiss, but we don't neck. We just smooch, little kisses, little, cheek kisses, neck kisses. Somebody's trying to call me. Go away. Okay, so how are we doing? Oh my gosh. Will anybody have any questions? You guys are following. We look good together. Yeah, and we have fun. And he's willing to try things new. And that was one of my criteria. And I put it on my profile. No couch potatoes, active. You want to try something new. I want to paddle. I want to kayak. People show their best sides easy. Sometimes hard to keep that up. Exactly. Like, we're not trying to keep it all up. We're trying to be open books.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to be open books.
Well, that's how you find out who the person is.
Exactly.
And you have to be that open person yourself to get that out of the person. Gentlemen, you want your woman to act like a lady? Treat her like one.
That's a powerful message, right? Because what other guys want is they don't want you to act like, I'm having to disconnect a bunch of people. They don't want you to act like a lady. They want you to jump into bed. And later they want you to be a lady when they introduce you to their family. But they've already minimalized you and marginalized you. And so he has never done that. He's never minimalized me, marginalized me, or treated me like just another conquest.
I've been blessed to have an extraordinary relationship with a woman in the past. That makes a lot of difference. You understand I know what love is. I know what depth is. I know what caring and sharing is. I know what partnerships are about. I prefer a partnership in my life rather than being a single person. I thought about it. I thought about just being a rogue gentleman for the rest of my life because I could.
Rogue gentleman.
And it's just not me. I need a partner. And that's what I was looking for. And so that's why going slow is easy, because there's many, many, many other parts of this woman I'm interested in. And then just to share with everybody, my goodness, the energy this person has is so alluring, so interesting, so intriguing. She fascinates me.
So there's some people who just jumped on. She says, how long have you been together? I just got on. And how or where did you meet? We met on Silver Singles. We met by phone on December 18, and we dated on December 22nd. And then he was gone for 10 days, and now we've been together every other day since he got back. So we don't know. It feels like 2 to 3 months, but it's only been a month and a few days. And it's just so perfect. It's just crazy. So that's why I love going slow, because if I had given in and, or
if I had given
in. Or if he'd given in, because I've been known to do that too. Good catch. If we had given in to our urges, we might not still be dating. Who knows? This way we made a commitment to learn who each other is all the way and not just jump into the sack, which is what most guys in my age group are expecting, because I feel like they're like, oh my God, what if it doesn't work tomorrow? I got to do this now. Right? Wow, you just met. Exactly. We just met. And, it's awesome because we have spent hours. When we have a date, it's not 2 hours, you guys. The first date was 6.5 hours. The second day was 4 or 5 hours, and it's been like that ever since. I met my guy on December 14. Now I'm in Costa Rica till March, and he's coming to visit for a week. Nice. Excellent. End of month. When you know, you know. Yeah, when you know, you know. When we decided to go exclusive, we were on the same page. And we'd had 12 or 14, maybe 16 dates. I don't know. You know, but it was in the middle of the Tony Robbins Ultimate Breakthrough, and we were watching it in 2 different rooms. And we came together to have lunch, and we just had the conversation. I was like, I don't want to date anybody else. I'm really having fun getting to know you, but I need to know so I can pull my profile down. How do you feel? You met on Silver Singles. We met on Silver Singles. This is not an ad for Silver Singles, but it's where we met. And
I'll talk about Silver Singles for a second. I've dated, I think, 12 ladies off of there in the last 2 years. And I want to just say how impressive they've been. 4 out of the 10 ladies had multiple master's degrees. One of them was extremely wealthy. The highly educated, beautiful women. I was extraordinarily pleased how the quality is out there. You can find them by being mature, being a gentleman, being smart. Listen, pay attention. It works.
Yeah, I found really quality people there too. I mean, I don't want to promo Silver Singles, but I've been on a lot of the other sites, and I didn't quite get the sense of quality. And I don't know why that is, because the sites are all similar. But Zoosk tends to be like old people hookup zone. And the other one I was on, eHarmony, nothing, no real go-getters. The go-getters, gals, in my age group, are on Silver Singles from my perspective and my point of view.
I think I found, I was also on Match, and there's actually some interesting people there, so that worked out. In terms of dates, are good people.
So someone's asking again, you met on Silver Singles? Yes, we did. So you have to know how to use the dating site. So let me just give you a little bit of information on that. Do I feel comfortable about my hair now? No, but it's my hair. What the hell? And he likes it. And when he likes to pet my head, and petting a wig is the, So I just thought, okay, you get the little bitty hair that I have then. And let's see.
It's difficult for me to complain about hair. Very difficult.
Yeah, I love this. This is so smooth and wonderful. Nom, nom, nom. I love kissing the top of it. So, yeah, I like Silver Singles. I think it's good. I'm coaching some people and telling them get off of Our Time and a couple other places. The other thing is, when you go dead on a dating site, when you haven't had a lot of, we're 6 months apart. When you're on a dating site and nobody's coming at you, nobody's reaching out to you, or you're reaching out and you're not getting responses, get off. Take your profile down, go get on another site, and try a different tack. For Silver Singles, I actually put my age as 66, and I'm 69, because I was getting at 69, at 68 on the other site, I was getting 80-year-olds, because the guys like to go 10 years younger. But I wanted to go within 5 years each side of my age. So I went, okay, 69, drop 5. What is that? 64. And then up again. And I didn't want to go past like 72, 74 because they don't tend to have as much energy. And I need energy.
She's pointing out the importance of the profile in terms of identifying not only who you are, but who you're looking for. So when you're looking for the other profiles, by the way, when you look through 90% of the women's profiles, they say friends first, go slow. And so I'm just paying attention to that as well.
And I didn't say that, but I said, you need to accept me 100%. I want to accept you. I don't want to adapt. I don't want you to adapt. If we blend, great. And I meant it. So what age do you have to be for, I think you could be whatever age you want in Silver Singles. It's probably 55 and up, but I've seen, there's a lot of young dudes trolling for cougars on Silver Singles. So you just got to be careful of that. Let's see, what else?
Trolling for cougars.
Well, they are. They're trolling for cougars, and then they hit on you, and then you're like,
I never thought about that.
oh, yeah. Well, the old guys are trolling for babes.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. See, I'm reforming him. He decided not to be a rogue gentleman.
No, I'm reforming her.
No, he's reforming me.
No.
We're reforming each other.
Who's the calm one here?
I like his calm demeanor. I know, he's amazing. Let's see. Nope, no age difference, 6 months apart. And that's really cool too. Because my first husband and I were really close in age. We look cute. I know, we do, huh? And it's just goofy. I literally feel like a kid. I just feel like a kid again. And I love it. It's really fun. Sorry, I'm all tangled up. I bought these mics. Ugh. Hang on, kids. I got to do a yoga move here and unhook my foot. There we go. Okay. Your joy is infectious. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty happy. So, everybody out there that thinks you can't find a match, you can. Unfortunately, I've done it
more frogs.
Several times, but you do kiss a bunch of frogs. But then you find your prince. And then you just stick with it. And be on the same wavelength. And I'm going to say this to the girls and to the guys. Try to go slow. Don't be so driven by, I got to see if I'm sexually compatible. You know what? It doesn't effing matter. Because if you're falling in love with the person and you connect at a deeper level, that's going to flow no matter what. No matter what it looks like at whatever age we are. So without getting graphic, love is grand. God bless you both. Mwah. Thank you. We do have a ton in common. We have a ton in common. That's key.
That's largely what happened. That's what kissing the frogs, all those frogs is about, is you're looking for that one where there's those match of interests, and you need some time to find out if you have those match of interests. Can't really do it in an hour.
No. No. And you can't do it if you jump into bed. So.
Well, I think that you can.
You can't match all your interests jumping into bed.
I think it's some people that's fine. So So
yeah, and I played around and I had that experience, but ultimately, this one works for me. But I also understand when people think about having to figure out if they're still viable, like you've been out of a marriage for a while, or there wasn't a lot of sex in the prior marriage. Or you're worried because you had a physical problem. Is it going to be an issue now? I get that. And I get needing to did you feel a spark on the first date? Yeah, I did. I felt an intelligent connection. And I just saw this very sweet, just darling guy. And I was like, wow, I would love. Were all of your divorces all too amicable and mutual? The first one was about our adoptive children and some major issues. The second one was my idea. So they're mutual. I mean, they happened. Amicable.
I've never been divorced.
No, he's only been married.
Married once and widowed.
Yep. Let's see. If I don't feel an underlying spark, I don't proceed. Yeah, that's pretty much how I was too, because I've had a lot of first dates. I've had like 12 first dates. I've had maybe 9 second dates, and then 3 guys I ended up with in relationships for more than, 2 or 3 months. My mother always said you have to know someone for 4 seasons before you really know them.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Most holidays have gone through most holidays.
That's a big one, because holidays are hard on both of us because of our lack of people in the area, and so we're looking forward. We're looking forward to our first Valentine's Day together. Yay! I'm going to wear a dress.
We have reservations.
Let's see. I love the whole attitude you both have. Seems very healthy. How do you avoid the man who's looking for a caregiver nurse? You just say no thanks. I had a guy. He was disabled. He brought his dog over. The dog peed on my couch. He doesn't discipline the dog. I visited him at his house. It was even worse. And I'm like, that's that. I didn't even tell him goodbye. I just quit talking to him. I'm not going to take care of someone. I mean, I will if I've been in a relationship and something happens, but I'm not going to take on someone in the very beginning. Super cute couple. We think so. Anything else? How are we doing? I think officially we're probably done. Any more questions? Join late, you met online. Yes, silver singles. What are your ideas on plus-size women looking for a man?
Find a plus-size man.
Yeah. And there are some guys who like plus-size women.
It's still rolling dice. And don't pre-think things. You do not know what other people are thinking and what they're interested in and what they're intrigued with. Watch, be sensitive, ask questions.
So the thing about the dating sites is know what you want going in. I keep saying that to everyone. I've been doing it on my other GoLives. It's going to be in the book. If you just get on there like I did after my first marriage, just trying to see if I was even desirable and anybody would want me, you take anything. I don't mean to bed, but you date them all. And then you winnow them out. And it was like in college. I didn't know. If they asked me for a date, they got a first date. I figured they had enough taste to deserve a first date. And the first date, I figured out if I wanted to see him again. That was at 19. Same thing now. It's exactly the same thing. And the guys are doing the same thing.
Gents, you have to have a lot of confidence to date somebody like this. What an extraordinary high version of energy. One of the great joys is that I get to be quiet a lot around her.
I think that's a hint that I'm supposed to shut up more. Or take a breath. I don't have to take breaths much. I have long-standing support here. Okay, you need help. Lisa, get my briefing package. It's free. Get on my bio, click on my email. I'll send you my little briefing package, and I'll talk to you. I'll have a conversation with you and help you figure out what's not working. I believe there is someone for everyone. And visualize and manifest. That's what we both did. We brought each other into our lives. We made it happen.
One of the issues about you haven't found the right person yet, haven't kissed the right frog. You have to keep going, keep pushing. You have to just keep doing that. Refine it, get better. Maybe dating couples if you're having troubles and issues. There's so many different ways to go. Don't quit.
Don't quit. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm seeing hi, Deb and M.G. You've given me hope. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. I want to give you guys hope. It's possible to do this at any age. You're never too old. It's never too late. And there is someone out there for you. And it's learning how to stay safe, learning how to go through the winnowing and the sorting, and just give yourself a chance to love again.
Give yourself a chance to love again.
Oh, who knew? No. Okay, you guys, I think I need to hang up now. This will be on my YouTube, Sexy, Lean, and Strong. And I'm still going to wear wigs, dudes, because there were guys out there going, are you going to come on with your real hair? Yeah, this is what you get. I'll be wearing wigs. It makes me feel better. Okay, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Been on dating sites for 5 years. Always hope. Yeah, take a break. Maybe take a break. Go join some singles. I started a singles meetup here to meet other people, to hear their stories. Also, I need stories. If you have friends that are gay or gentlemen, I need case studies. So my stories will be in the book, his stories, some of my other friends' stories, but I want to have a book that's for everybody, not just for old white people. Oh my God, it's time for me to go. I'm goofy now. Okay, anything else? I love you all. Mwah! I'll have him back. I'm going to do some more around those pieces of putting your profile together and then sorting through and doing the dating. And then I'll have him come back after Valentine's Day. I'll have him come visit. Okay, you guys? I love you. Bye!